Poor Abdul Fattah al-Sharif, for there was the defenseless Palestinian lying wounded and bleeding upon a Hebron street, and then along comes a 19-year-old soldier with the Israeli Defense Forces, a paramedic no less. The soldier casually cocks his firearm and shoots al-Sharif in the head, killing him instantly. Cue the worldwide outrage. Except seemingly AWOL in the de rigueur anti-Israeli rhetoric is the reason why al-Sharif was lying in the middle of the road in the first place. Namely, he and an accomplice tried to stab some Israeli soldiers. The two terrorists were shot by the soldiers in self-defense, but the soldier who fired the second fatal shot is now confined to barracks. A senior spokesman for the IDF, Colonel Peter Lerner, said, quote, "It was quite clear from the outset that there was something out of order there. So from our perspective, this is definitely a breach of IDF conduct, and the local commanders reported it as such," end quote. Charges against the soldier are pending. There will eventually be a long trial, plus undoubtedly years and years of appeals. But interestingly, the IDF seems to be completely out of step with Israeli society, and not just right-wing Israelis either. In one opinion poll, only 5% of those questioned thought the soldier's actions amounted to murder. Meanwhile, more than 80% expressed support for the soldier, something that has shocked Israeli liberals. And based on the evidence, what reasonable person wouldn't support the soldier and his actions? Al-Sharif and his accomplice were terrorists. They were hell-bent on murder. They failed and they paid a price. One of them paid the ultimate price. Is that cold-blooded murder or just merely a case of just desserts? But the question arises, just what is the protocol these days in dealing with wounded terrorists? Do we now subscribe to the Omar Khadr rule? You know, patch up a terrorist once he's down and out so he can make a comeback, potentially murdering others or recruiting more jihadis in the near future. You know, kind of like that angler who subscribes to the catch and release method of fishing. Well, yeah, apparently that is the protocol. The IDF's Colonel Lerner notes that on 170 separate occasions where Palestinian attackers have been shot and injured in the latest wave of terror, IDF medics treated the attackers in the aftermath of the incidents. Gee, wonder if they were sent flowers and get well soon cards too. What a dumb and self-defeating strategy, something that seems to be driven more by PR than logic, given that the ongoing Palestinian knife intifada continues to maim and kill innocent Israelis. And ultimately, didn't that IDF soldier who fatally shot al-Sharif do the Palestinian terrorist a favor? After all, instead of languishing in a Hebron hospital as a failed terrorist, al-Sharif is now a bona fide martyr, well on his way to receiving his post-jihad allotment of 72 voluptuous black-eyed virgins. Hey, how about a little gratitude here? For the Rebel.media, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies.
Thanks for watching. Click here to never miss a Rebel update. Want even more of the Rebel? Well, click here to become a premium member.